49ers might be cursed. I mean, the 2024 season has been an absolute disaster for this team. They've experienced tons of injuries to key players. Players are quitting. Hell, one of their players got shot. Deebo Samuel, who is looking like one of the most overrated receivers in the NFL, is out here getting completely bodied by the Twitter community notes.
In the backfield, flare him out, and the pass caught and then dropped.
I mean, how do you drop this? I could make that catch. I statistically have less drops than Deebo Samuel right now. Isn't that fucking crazy? I mean, if Deebo makes that catch and doesn't hot potato the thing, he probably takes it to the house, and the 49ers might still have a shot at the division. And let's be honest, after that tough loss to the divisional rival Rams, where linebacker Devondre Campbell just basically quit, I think it's just time to hang up the entire season. Call the 2024 season what it is, and just focus on keeping your key players healthy for next season. Because even if, by some act of God, they make it, they're not getting past teams like the Lions, Vikings, and Commanders. And even if there's another act of God that happens, the 49ers, if they make the Super Bowl, we all know that the Chiefs are just gonna win by a nail-biting field goal. I mean, look at what just happened to CMC. I was telling people before he returned in week 10 that the 49ers are just better off calling his season done. Let the Madden curse pass so that way he can heal up and enjoy married life. Sup, Olivia. But no, instead they decided to bring him back even when I don't even think he was like 100% healthy, and he's back on IR again for a right PCL injury. And I bring this up because the amount of injuries the 49ers have endured this season is insane. They signed Brandon Ayuk to a massive extension, except he went to IR with a torn ACL. McCaffrey, as mentioned, was out until week 10 with an Achilles injury, was diagnosed with some like tendonitis, comes back and then gets a PCL injury. Nick Bosa and Dre Greenlaw have been on and off the injury report. Trent Williams has been on and off the injury report. Brock Purdy has a shoulder injury. I mean, just go look up the amount of injuries this team has experienced throughout the year. It's wild. And I truly believe the 49ers just can't catch a break. Like, they're on their third string running back right now in Isaac Guriendo, who apparently also now has an ankle injury. I mean, at this point, I'm stunned that the primetime game didn't have a lineup of Gale Lewis, running back, Walmart 844, Johnny Manziel, QB, Texas A&M, or Johnny Sins, tackle, guard, corner, tight end, P-Hub University. And at some point, that might happen. Like, they may have to find guys like me to fill the roster if the injuries keep going the way they're going. It also, I guess, doesn't help that the 49ers have some offensive woes that they're currently going through. Like, sure, Deebo Samuel's a drop machine. Obviously, one thing you can definitely point out is the absence of CMC is very noticeable. And that definitely comes from what CMC brings to the table. He's a very versatile running back. Without him there, what do teams really have to account for? Jordan Mason, Deebo Samuel? Come on. Might as well point out this team is 15th in points per game, scoring an average of 22 points per game versus this time last year when they were third, scoring an average of 29 points per game. Sure, as an offense, they're 8th and 9th in rushing and passing respectively, so the ball's moving, it's just not moving to anything that leads to a scoring drive. The lack of offense has obviously led to a lot of criticism against head coach Kyle Shanahan and quarterback Brock Purdy, with some people saying maybe it's time to move on from both Shanahan and Purdy, and to that I say, no. The 49ers are literally a year separated from a Super Bowl appearance, and I feel like they could have won that had it not been for the momentum stopper and Dre Greenlaw's injury. Purdy is still having a good year, and Shanahan is still a very good NFL coach. Where I think the team needs the most help is at running back and wide receiver. The team should part ways with Deebo Samuel. I wish they parted ways with Ayuk, and CMC can't operate as a 3-down back anymore. There are more improvements they obviously could make here and there, but those are the two that really stick out to me outside of injury that are really holding them back. They need more big play receivers and running backs. I don't think they have that right now. That's really giving them the scoring drives that they need. And Devondre Campbell, but he definitely won't be on the team next year. Literally, fuck him. I will say this though, even with the disaster of a season the 49ers have had, at least the team outside of Devondre Campbell really do care, which says a lot about the team, which I think will be enough to fuel this Kyle Shanahan offense back into the playoffs next year. Again, I doubt this Kyle Shanahan led team will look like this again next year, regardless of what Jimmy Garoppolo's most likely good-looking evil twin says, because like I said, the 49ers will be back, and hopefully this curse ends.